Calgary Flames keep on winning and find themselves firmly in a playoff spot a quarter of the way through this season. While many think this isn't sustainable, it could be because of the way the defense and goaltending are playing. But no one is talking about a ridiculous streak that involves the offense. If the Flames can get everything going, they could be unstoppable, which would be very, very fun, obviously. We're going to get into all that and more in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, and we have got a good one here for you today. But first, I sounded like Steve Harvey there for a second, and the Flames might be making some moves later on in the future, but you could be too, because this video is sponsored by Rentals.ca, who are proud supporters of Team Canada. While they've been supporting our national team defend their home court in international competition, they've also been helping thousands of Canadians find their home floor all across the country. Whether you're in Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, Calgary, Halifax, Winnipeg, Mississauga, Edmonton, Victoria, St. John's, from coast to coast, Rentals.ca have a ton of options to find the perfect place and price for you. Their website is clean and easy to use, and you can pinpoint exactly on the map where you want to move, finding all the options in your area. Find your home court with Rentals.ca. Check out their website down in the pinned comment or in the description. A huge shout out to Rentals.ca for being big supporters of the channel, of Team Canada, and of you guys for helping you find the best rentals available near you. Now let's get into the video and talk about these winning ways that just continue. Last night, the Flames, of course, hosted the New York Rangers and once again came home with the W. If you missed it, the Flames won 3-2, and it was very different brand of hockey than what we've seen for the most part in the recent weeks here. So the Flames actually weren't dead asleep for the first two periods. They peppered Yegor Sharangovich with shot after shot after shot after shot after shot. They ended up with 49 shots in this game. And keep in mind, this one didn't even go out of regulation. So 49 shots in 60 minutes. It was absolutely ridiculous. And it could have been more, but of course it wasn't if the Flames knew how to score on an empty net. But a 3-2 win, it was great. Honestly, other than, a 5-minute period in the second where the Flames gave up the 2 goals and didn't look great, they dominated this game against a very good Rangers squad. So a huge win here for the Flames, which is fantastic. If we take a quick look at the box score, once again, Mr. Dustin Wolf gets the W. Can I get an ow down in the comments? So just the 2 goals against on 29 shots. So once again, well above a 900 save percentage with a 931 save percentage. He is just incredible, playing lights out. It's what you love to see. If we take a look at who got on the score sheet, it was actually really, really nice and refreshing to see some of these guys up there. So Sharangovich, definitely need him to get going. If he can get going, this offense could explode. But he gets a goal and an assist. Coronado gets a goal and an assist with that first period marker. What a goal that was. Connor Zary. We can't even say enough about this guy. He has got some silky mitts. What a beautiful goal. I still don't even really understand how it went in. He gets the game winner in the third period. Fantastic to see. Weegs gets an assist on each of the Flames goals for the 3 apples, and Jonathan Huberdeau ended up getting an assist. Could have been more, but it was actually his 500th career assist in the NHL, and as we know, all 500 of those are with the Calgary Flames. No, essentially, I mean, it seems like almost all of that was that 1 year before he got traded to Calgary, but still, a big congratulations to him. We'll have more on him later in the video. Fresh off his 500th assist, he just couldn't put it in the empty net, which really does lead us well into this first meme we're going to look at here. This game ended 3-2, and we're going to get into what no one is talking about this streak later in the video, but essentially it's that the Flames can't score a lot, and the Flames had the chance to score more with the empty net, but corporate needs you to find the difference between this picture and this picture. So a brick wall and an empty net. The Calgary Flames say that that's the same picture. They don't know the difference. I don't know why it's impossible for the Flames to score in an empty net, especially Huberdeau, but that just seems to be the way it was last night. Shout out to the Flames Reddit for that one. Another one from the Flames Reddit was this: we don't care about a Fox. We know we drafted some Fox guy. We don't care about the Fox. Give us the big bad Wolf. Oh, woo! We want that. No Foxes needed. We want the big one. Wolfie is absolutely insane. I'd much rather have Dustin Wolf than Adam Fox at this point, man. I still love it when he gets booed. There wasn't as much of that last night. It seems like that's kind of getting in the past, but hey, I still hold a grudge, and I just love Dustin Wolf that much. And the last thing I want to take a look at here is, since the Flames are in such winning ways, it is incredible the brand of hockey they're playing right now. It's so unsustainable, but it could be. Who knows? But right now, the Flames are second in the Pacific Division. I know it's might be the worst division in hockey. It's not like the Metro, where some of those teams are just absolutely insane. But still, the Flames are second in the division. They're just 1 point off of first place in the division. Same amount of games played as, Vegas and LA there. As you can see, Edmonton's played more games, so that's just incredible to see. I know the regulation wins aren't exactly up there with just 7, but hey, that's still more than Edmonton. Edmonton only has 6. And then the other thing you don't want to look at, which really leads us well into kind of what this whole video is centered around, is the offense. And so the Flames actually have the same amount of goals for as the Sharks. I know the Sharks have played a couple of extra games there, but still, it is a major concern, which is what we are going to get into here. And we actually have bits and pieces of a couple different articles written by the same man, Mr. Steve McFarland of the Hockey News. So this was before the game yesterday. He wrote this article, Flames Dusty Offense, a Cause for Long-Term Concern. And just hearing dusty offense, I mean, that's a little bit harsh, but it just honestly is true at this point. So Calgary Flames low-scoring ways covered up by top goaltending in unsustainable success formula. That is a beautiful sentence right there, but it's very interesting to know that the Flames have been winning lately ever since they got that rest after the road trip and then playing the back-to-back, having to go to Vancouver and then right back. Obviously the guys were tired a little bit. With a little bit of rest, they've looked really good in some ways. In the ways of at least they're winning. They've been great on this homestand. And it is interesting. So you can only run on adrenaline and resilience for so long before the magic malfunctions. For the Flames, more goals in regulation are needed to sustain their early measure of success. As exciting as it was for the Flames to get dynamic goals from Kuzmenko and Kirkland in the shootout for a 2-1 shootout win over the Islanders on Tuesday, they'll need more contributions over the first 60 minutes to keep the playoffs close. So obviously they are in a playoff spot right now, but they have an abysmal offense, which again, it's just not really sustainable. And it is a major concern if this is a team that obviously the players think they can make a push for the playoffs, the management, the coaching, they all think so too. I know a lot of the fans still would rather see them tank, but it's very, very interesting. It is a little bit of a dilemma, but it is a huge problem. And sure, it's fun to win in the shootout like this, but still, you need more goals in regulation, which brought us to the New York Rangers game, where there was a comical finish to the big night as the Flames extend streaks. And there's one streak in particular, which is this one. The Flames are stuck on 3 or fewer goals for 16 straight games. The Flames extend a winning streak to 3. So the win streak goes up to 3 games. That's great. But 16 straight games of 3 or fewer goals is absolutely ridiculous. How is this team second in the Pacific? How is this team in a playoff spot if they can't score more than 3 goals? And of course, they had the opportunity to do so, but as hard as it was to score while New York Rangers goaltender Shesterkin was between the pipes, it was even harder for the Flames to net one when the goalie was pulled. Almost comically, the Flames failed repeatedly to score the empty net insurance goal in the dying minutes. It would have snapped what's now a 16-game streak of scoring 3 or fewer goals, is what that is supposed to say. In the end, it didn't matter as they won a mostly lopsided contest 3-2 over the Rangers at the Saddledome, claiming their 3rd straight with the 4-game homestand wrapping up on Saturday against the Wild. So maybe they'll go 4 for 4 against Minnesota. That would be great to see, but it was hilarious. We saw so many players. I mean, Huberdeau is allergic to scoring in general, but scoring empty netters. How close was he? And he hits the post. Couldn't believe it. Well, I mean, you can believe it, but it's just insane. Kadri looked like he was going to score. It got blocked. I think Coronado almost had one. You can name most Flames. It seemed like they had a chance, but it was ridiculous that they could not get the puck in, which, again, even if it's an empty netter, it would have been nice to get that 4th goal, break this streak. Because, look, Dustin Wolf is amazing. Vladar's been really good. The defense has been impeccable. Shout out to Kevin Ball. Man, is he good. But The offense needs to get it going. And if they can get it going, honestly, this team could easily make the playoffs in this division. And I think a lot of people, as much as they want the tank, still would embrace the playoffs heavily, especially if you're a local. You know how crazy the city gets. So it's an interesting place. But let me know down below, what do you think? If the offense can get going, is this team really that good, or should they still continue to try to bottom out and continue the rebuild for sure? Now let's get into the comment of the day, as we love to do here on the channel to wrap up every single video. And this one comes from Todd, and Todd said, there are really only a handful of teams that could use Vladar in my opinion. Colorado, Buffalo, Detroit, and Philly. Not sure what they could give us in return. Cousins? Rasmussen? A pick? Not sure Vladar would get us much. Trading Andersson, Kadri, Kuzmenko, and Huberdeau would give us a good shot at McKenna, with a few fingers crossed emojis there. And it is true. I mean, Vladar probably should get traded this year. I know a lot of people don't exactly agree with that. Maybe he won't fetch the most, but it's probably part of the plans, whereas some of those bigger names could definitely help the Flames get the futures they need and bottom out next year for Gavin McKenna, who does look ridiculous. I know it's not a guarantee that they'll become generational, but man, oh man, does he look good. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe like we saw here today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.